The resounding 33-13 victory over the Denver Broncos electrified the atmosphere in Titletown, but what happened behind the scenes goes far beyond the lopsided score. While the fans celebrate the performance of some players who stole the show, the coaching staff has a real puzzle to solve to determine who truly deserves to wear green and gold when the final cuts arrive. The truth is that the preseason doesn't forgive mistakes and separates the average athletes from those born to shine at the mystique of Lambeau Field. Who really took advantage of every second to secure their place on the final roster, and who ended up wasting the biggest opportunity of their career? Before we get started, if you want to understand American football in a simple way and support the channel, check out my official ebook for just $7.99. If you're on TV, scan the QR code on the screen. If you're on your phone, the link is in the description and pinned comment. And don't forget to subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Now pay attention, because this detail can completely change your view of the team's future. While names like Pierre Strong Jr. showed impressive aggression on the ground and in special teams with that absurd 68-yard return, and young kicker Trey Smack had everyone applauding by kicking 4 field goals, including a surgical missile of 59 yards at altitude, the defensive sector also found fundamental cornerstones. Chris McClellan dominating the inside backfield and Kamal Hayden closing the gaps with 2 tackles for loss in the secondary proved that the team's depth is more alive than ever. While the main offense showed its worth early on and the special teams ignited the game, the real battle for the roster's future took place in the heart of the defensive trenches and in the intense competition for positions that will determine who stays and who goes from Green Bay. Chris McClellan simply tormented the Denver offense, relentlessly appearing in the backfield and accumulating tackles for loss that confirmed all the optimistic predictions that training camp reporters had been making throughout the weeks of internal work in Titletown. Alongside him, Kamal Hayden demonstrated absurd versatility and impeccable game reading in the secondary, nullifying fast screen plays and destroying blocks with impressive authority, showing that the recovery from the serious injury suffered at the end of last season is definitely in the past. But the most intense and closely watched battle by the coaching staff is taking place among wide receivers and in the complex puzzle of the backfield, where every yard gained is worth pure gold. Isaiah Nayor stepped up in the fierce battle for the last catcher spot, displaying enviable consistency and remarkable chemistry with the quarterbacks, while names like J. Michael Sturdivant saw the tide turn bitterly after suffering a head injury just as they were trying to prove their worth in the final stretch of roster cuts. The margin for error at Lambeau Field is minuscule, and anyone who hesitates for even a second ends up missing the boat. The pressure on the coaching staff is only increasing, because if the offense and the running game have become a true battlefield, what happens in the trenches and deep positions is breathtaking for any fan who follows the day-to-day activities at training camp in Green Bay. On the defensive side, Chris McClellan simply tormented Denver's offensive line, relentlessly showing up in the backfield and racking up tackles that confirmed all the optimistic predictions of reporters who cover the team closely. Alongside him, Kamal Hayden demonstrated incredible versatility and impeccable reading of the game in the secondary, nullifying quick plays and destroying screens with impressive authority, proving that his recovery from the serious injury suffered at the end of last season is definitely behind him. But the most intense and closely watched competition is taking place in the battle for the last spots on the wide receiver corps, where Isaiah Nayor has risen to a new level by displaying enviable consistency and remarkable chemistry with the quarterbacks. Conversely, names like J. Michael Sturdivant saw the tide turn bitterly after suffering a head injury, just as they were trying to prove their worth in the final stretch of roster cuts. The margin for error in the Lambeau Field mystique is minuscule, and anyone who falters for a second ends up missing the boat. The peak of this preseason arrived with a gigantic weight on the shoulders of every athlete who stepped onto the Empower field against the Denver Broncos, and the outcome of that 33-13 victory serves as the great turning point that our fans have been waiting for. While we celebrate the solidity of players who earned their place on the official roster, such as Pierre Strong Jr.'s surgical vision and Trey Smack's absurd precision in kicking 4 field goals, including the 59-yard bomb, the flip side forces us to face the harsh reality of the upcoming cuts. Names like Marshawn Lloyd struggling to find space in the running game, and the unfortunate injuries interrupting the momentum of those who were pushing for a spot show that the margin for error in Green Bay simply doesn't exist. Titletown's legacy was built on tough choices, and the coaching staff now has a definitive puzzle to solve in order to complete the group that will honor the mystique of Lambeau Field when the regular season kicks off. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates, and share this video with that fan who lives and breathes every Packers snap. Is this quiet roster restructuring exactly what was needed to return our team to its absolute leading position in the NFC North? Or are we about to see more dramatic twists in the final cuts? Before we get started, if you want to understand American football in a simple way and support the channel, check out my official ebook for just $7.99. If you're on TV, scan the QR code on the screen. If you're on your phone, the link is in the description and pinned comment. And don't forget to subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers.